There are 6 Nero crash sites that yield an injector which enhances any of 3 physical attributes that Deek can use in the game: health, stamina, and focus. I'm going to concentrate on the 4 sites that don't require the jumps over water to get the tech. Through normal gameplay, you're not expected to even be able to access these without seriously upgrading the bike. The game even teases you with one right near Copeland's camp, but it's pretty much off limits seeing as you only receive the most basic ride from Manny. But since you're not here for normal, in this video you'll see how to access the back door to all these areas without needing to pimp out the bike at all. When I'm first given the bike from Manny, the game points me to nab some bandages for Boozer's damaged arm to help heal it. The first destination is a mission to ride to a nearby Nero checkpoint and refuel the generator so that the electronic locks are active and allow entrance to the trailer that houses the bandage. It's also the first time in the game where I'm supposed to access the first Nero injector and use it to enhance either Deek's health, his stamina, or amp up his focus. Instead though, I'm opting for an off-script head start and ride out straight from Copeland's to the nearby Nero chopper crash site location. I may have to deal with a sniper and marauder first, but then I'm confronted with the impossible jump ahead of me. Without nitrous to give me a boost, the distance is just too far to make the landing. But there's a med crate in the distance, which I already know is hiding one of those performance-enhancing injectors, and I'm not one to let an opportunity pass by, so here's where I now need to go off the broken road a bit to get at that wonder of science. I just have to ride around to the backside of this rock wall and line up my direction so I face this crevice. All I have to do now is walk Deek up that crevice onto the plateau above and boom! Hop off the bike and nab the prize. To pick the attribute I want to enhance, I hold press the corresponding button. All of these sites also always have a canister of infinite gas, ready to fill up the bike leading on to the next challenge. As I move along in the story, the next location is in the Belknap region close to Tucker's camp at Hot Springs. It's not only a harrowing jump, but also a scoot up to another level where the med crate awaits. If the jump near Copeland's was merely to tempt me, this one clearly is designed to tell me to f*** off and come back later when I've put some miles on the bike. So I'm just gonna head down toward the canyon wall and look to line up near these rocks. This though requires more than two-dimensional thinking. It actually requires some nerdy science to beat this obstacle. With Deek's center of gravity positioned mostly on the back end of the bike, trying to go forward will just end up with a lot of pain and no gain. Yeah, it'll be a little tricky handling the camera and all just to get the alignment right, but I'm gonna ride backwards until I reach the crest of the ridgeline and then I'm good to go. The next section is a piece of cake though. I ride up to here and just hop up and make my way over. Since I'm insistent on taking the bike up with me, it's doable. It may take a few attempts, but I just need to walk up that bike to make it to this next plateau. Now I can hit Deek up with that secret sauce. The next one up in the story is near Lost Lake, and if you've waited to be shown the crazy horde by Ricky, you'll want some extra horsepower to take them on. But I'm not waiting when I can just easily scoot on over to this site as soon as I arrive, tucked away nice and neat in the hillside. You'd probably never even know it was there until way later in the game, which I suppose is the point. The jump even looks doable. But lacking nitrous isn't going to stop me from my intrepid journey to amp Deek's edge in this nightmare scenario. The rock walls here are sheer cliffs and not at all helpful. Looks like, though, the devs want to put my coordination skills to the test and have laid down this aptly placed tree trunk for my enticement. The dexterity to make this will need to be next level, but with a light touch and some nimble adjustments, it's not that long before I'm up and over. From here, it's a relatively easy bump up to get to where the crate's at. Finally, after the game seemingly wants to beat me down for all those injectors, the one here next to the Redwood RV camp in the Iron Butte region is a welcome reprieve from all the other crazy backdoor hoop jumping up to this point. Yeah, once again you're faced with the impossible nitrous necessary Knievel style theatrics to make it over the whole road. But as before, the devs have taken pity, and access is granted by way of a nice, simple rock wall walk-up. Easing onto the ledge, barely putting up a sweat. A ride around the bend, and hop up a ledge, and I've pumped Deek up with some potent chemistry to deal the apocalypse a hefty blow.
Nero injector, just what the doctor ordered.
Now, if you're good with nabbing all that juice as you go trudge through the story, why not get really amped and check out this video where you can juice Deek up to crazy levels and put a real beat down on them super freaks. Catch you in the next one.